Hope everyone's doing well. My name is EQ, and if you haven't been to the channel before, welcome to Stonkaholics. So as you guys may know, we're having a little fun in the market right now. We're in a consolidation channel. If you want to get more updates on the market itself, come join our Discord group. I'm going to throw the link in the bio. It's free for a limited time, so make sure you jump in if you want to try it out for free. Now I want to go over a project I've had my eye on since Coinbase released it. I've seen it on Coinbase Ventures for a while. That is Storj, or it's pronounced Storj. It's an open source cloud platform. We'll go a little bit deeper into all of that stuff. So Storj is currently ranked 134th, sitting at just a little bit under 90 cents with a market cap of 255 million, so it's a relatively low market cap. They have a circulating supply of 288 million, a total supply of 425 million, and an infinite supply. So based on that math, there is some sort of burn initiative going on, and there's an infinite supply, so it is inflationary, but with the burn, that's going to balance that out. So the main selling points for Storj are going to be a secure cloud object, a private cloud object. Mind you, this is all for developers. It's going to be really reliable, be affordable, as well as being decentralized. So how Storj works is that objects are encrypted. The cloud is going to automatically encrypt all those files before being uploaded, so your data is only in your hands and those you share it with. Next thing, our encrypting objects are split into smaller pieces, sharding, aka. So each object is split into pieces that are indistinguishable from any other object's pieces. This also gives your data consistent availability. Now, object pieces are globally distributed, so pieces of an object are individually stored over global network of storage nodes, kind of like an Internet of Things. An object is never in one place, so outages, downtime, and anything like that are a thing of the past. Finally, the objects are retrieved when you need them. So when you do retrieve an object, only 29 of the 80 pieces are actually needed to reconstruct the object. So because there's no central point of failure, your data is always quickly available, and it's available all over the world. We can look into some of their integrations, so that they're working with dev tools, app services, and they're providing decentralized cloud storage. So you can see for app connectors, you have FileZilla and Fastly, you have storage nodes, developer tools, app connectors, more storage nodes and more tools, some bindings. So these are just a small list of the integrations that you have on Storj. Now, a great thing with Storj is that it's always transparent pricing, and you can get onto it for free. So you can see you have a limited availability and you have 3 projects, but you can get onto Storj for free and try their programs before you actually get to the standard plan, which is only $4 a month and $7 a month for the bandwidth. So it's under $20 a month to be able to be on Storj. So you're saving 80% on your cloud storage costs compared to big cloud storage providers. It has multi-region functionality built in, so you'll never have to pay extra for anything. And there's no lock-in, so you can move your data around freely without worrying how much it's going to impact your bill. Now, if you're already working with storage systems and you want to see how much you'll be saving with Storj, you can contact them and send the amount of information, and they'll be able to evaluate your company and tell you how much they'll be able to save you in the long run. So from an integrational standpoint, if you're talking from institutions or developers, this is a great project. It has a lot of upside potential. Their website looks clean, everything looks good. And if you followed this channel before, you know that we always wanted to see a transparent team. So it's great to see when you look up the Storj team, they have everybody listed from bottom to top. Essentially what that means is accountability, so there's no rug pulls or anything, because these guys are all putting their names and their bios and everything out there. So if anything was to happen, you can find all of these people and come after them. So a big team, a lot of upside. Storj is definitely a good option. They are on Coinbase now, so they're going to be opening it up. Now, I haven't seen very much from their marketing team, but I'm sure at some point we're going to be seeing a lot more from Storj. Plus the fact that they're not really targeting retail audience, they're more going for developers and institutions and stuff like that for the integration reasons. Let's take a look at this Storj chart. Let's add some lines. So since the market's been dipping, you can see that we've been following this downtrend. Every time we've hit this as a resistance, price has come down. Finally got to the bottom, what we thought was the floor in our Discord group. Got a little activity from support on the bottom. We were finally able to break out of this downtrend before continuing to the next floor. And we had a nice little impulse break to the 200 EMA. Now, right now, what I'm waiting for is a little bit of retracement to see where we can find support before we start to break back over this 200 EMA and hopefully break into bullish territory. You see the RSI is very healthy. We're getting a nice little bit of volume here at the end, which is a great sign, especially considering this has been pretty dead in volume. Now, we are in the overbought, so keep that in mind. That is essentially why I'm waiting for this to come back down a little bit, and we're hitting the volume flow indicator resistance right at 0. So more than likely, I am looking to see this come down a little bit before we push back up again. Now, this is all dictated by the market, so you definitely want to be watching the market and see what's going on there. if you see that we're topping out and overbought as a market whole, it doesn't really matter how great of a push or how great the charts look for a project. It's going to come down with the market, especially that it's one of these low cap altcoins. It's going to be highly affected. Basically, if you had anything but Bitcoin, you're down more than 50% if you were hodling from the top when Bitcoin was at 65,000. Some of these projects are down 80%, so just keep that in mind. If you're going to be buying into something like this, do dollar cost averaging. If you don't know what dollar cost averaging is, come join our Discord group and we'll be able to help you out. But playing safe with DCA is going to be your best option. Now, when we zoom in on the hourly, we can see that when we broke over this and crossed the 200 EMA, we also initiated the golden cross, which triggered this impulse move. Now, what's interesting to see is that we are finding support on the RSI and the hourly at 74, and we're pretty close to the oversold area, as well as being in bullish area on the hourly chart for volume flow. You can see there is a healthy amount of volume coming in. Now we want to see these come up a little bit more and continue this volume that we're seeing up here, but it's not the end of the world. Now let's get into the fun part, which would be price predictions. So let's say if you were to buy in from this price, for example, to retest the all-time high is going to be a 300% move. So I'm going to throw this retracement on there just to have shits and giggles and see where price could have gone. Because we broke under, this isn't an actual valid fib anymore, so I wouldn't suggest using this. I just use it for a price range when we're talking about ceilings and how high price could go. But based on the previous move and what we saw, we can see price push up to the $4 or $5 range. Now if this does want to do something like that into the next leg, if we go into our bull cycle or do whatever, you're looking at a 500% move to TP2 and almost a 600% move to TP3. So there is a lot of upside potential in Storj. And when you're looking at the market cap itself, if it wanted to 10 times, it's only going to be at 2.5 billion, which is barely going to put it in the top 50, which is going to put it around $8 per token. And that's a very plausible thing for to happen. If it wanted to 20 times, it's going to be 4 billion. So it's still not going to be in the top 25 range. So this is one of those, these are one of those low cap altcoins that we wouldn't call a shit coin, but it has the value and explosive potential that a shit coin does have. You might not hit 100 times, but if the market continues to go up 25 billion, might not be anything too crazy. Obviously, in our current market, 25 billion is a lot, and I don't think it's going to get there. But if we were to see, you know, for example, Bitcoin hit 2 or 3 trillion and Ethereum is over 1 trillion, I could see some of these other guys hitting 25 billion, and that will be holding the top 15 spots. So do your own diligence on Storj. If you like the project and you believe in it, do some DCA, find some good spots to buy in. If you want to get a little deeper into this kind of stuff, join our Discord group. We go over all of these signals and I'll be able to actually help you and walk you through with the other 240 people that are in there. A lot of useful and reliable information. Now, if you didn't get a chance to already, make sure to subscribe to our page, like the video, all of that fun stuff, and we'll catch you on the next one.